Now, what you'll notice once you make these incisions is that the skin is not coming off. And that is because the skin is actually connected to the muscle by connective tissue. Now, in order to separate the muscle from the skin, all you need to do is gently snip away at that connective tissue. There you go. This is what you want your wing to look like. So you can now clearly see the muscle tissue that's exposed. Now, you all know that muscles are attached to bones by tendons. The easiest tendon to see is the one that stretches from this muscle here over that second joint to the wing tip. And this is that tendon right here. It's a whitish, clear whitish tissue right there. So that tendon is connecting this muscle to this bone. And what you'll see is when that muscle contracts, it's going to pull on that tendon, which is going to pull on that bone. So watch as I artificially contract this muscle.
Cool.
And you can see that as that muscle contracts, the wing tip extends. As that muscle relaxes and the muscle on the other side pulls, the wing tip then returns. This is like your biceps right here on top of the large bone right next to the shoulder, and your triceps is like down at the bottom. So if you hold both muscles in place and brace the wing tip or the shoulder against your hand, you can actually make your wing tip wave. So this illustrates the way muscles work in pairs. One muscle contracts, moves the bone in one direction, the other muscle relaxes. That other muscle contracts, pulls on the tendon, pulls the bone, and that straightens back and forth.
Any individual muscle can only pull. The bicep contracts, pulling the arm up. But muscles can't push. They exert force only when they contract. So to move the arm in the opposite direction, you need another muscle on the opposite side of the joint. When the tricep contracts, it lowers the arm, while the bicep relaxes, and vice versa. Contraction is the key. To spot the muscle that's doing work, look for the one that's getting shorter during a movement.
All right, what we're going to do now is we are going to remove the muscle. In order to get it off here, we want to cut that tendon. So we're going to slide the scissors underneath the tendon and just snip it. Once we've done with that, we're going to go ahead and remove all of the muscles to expose the bones so we can get a chance to look at how the bones are put together and how they're held together. So now that you've got this done, you want to try and find a ligament. And the ligaments are going to stretch across the joint. They look a lot like tendons. They're that clear whitish tissue, but you'll notice the difference is that they're attaching bone to bone. So this here is a ligament, and if you just sort of twist it, you can actually see that tissue there that's holding those bones together. Once we've examined the ligaments, is we can go ahead and cut those. Currently I can't take these bones apart, but as soon as all those ligaments are broken, cut, I will be able to do that. In between the joints, you're going to find a soft, oily tissue that's going to cushion the joints called cartilage. So all of this white is cartilage. Feel it's a little softer than the bone. You can feel it's also a little bit oily. It's got to stay lubricated to keep the joints moving. What we can now do is to look at the inside of a bone, and that would be the bone marrow. But with my scissors here, I can easily take this cartilage off the end of the bone. And you can see there's a little bit of blood here, but inside you see this red tissue. That's the bone marrow. If you remember, bone marrow is what is going to produce all the red blood cells in the body, and it is in the center of the bones. So, through this dissection, you should have seen how muscles and bones work together to move a joint. The way that muscles and tendons are connected and how muscles pull on tendons, which pull on bones. The ligaments that are connecting bone to bone. The cartilage, which cushions the bone. And you should have seen the bone marrow, which is where all the red blood cells are made.